Hello, 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 hello. How are you? How's everybody doing? Welcome along to the second edition of Extra Time Friday. Yours truly, Cockney Prince Quincy, officially in the building. We have scheduled an hour today. So we've got a few things to get through today. I just wanted to come here on this Good Friday, even though the good Lord was snitched on this particular day. But you know what? We turn a negative into a positive, as they say, so to speak. But like I said, we've got a lot to get through today. And before we do that, I just want to thank everybody who tuned in and logged in this morning with today's show. I hope you guys found it interesting. Big up my guests, Kate Pearl, and also our very own Jose Santiago as well, and Pam from My Wellness as well. So like I said, we had a great conversation today, and no doubt we will be talking to those people very, very soon. So look, today I was going to do the show on a Good Friday in the evening anyway. So it's an added bonus that I've got I don't know, we can still call them our friends from the other side of the water. You know what I mean? They're still our friends. You know what I mean? Culturally, we're still friends. We don't worry about what the elite are doing. So it's an added bonus that he is in the country going to be performing for Real Deal in different parts of the country in London tomorrow. But he would tell you about that later on. But I wanted to do this show because I don't know if this is just me, but I've recognized that the world is very, very angry, and the world is very, very divided, and it's becoming more and more racist as we speak, to the point that I remember I saw a clip earlier this week, ladies and gentlemen, of a man just throwing a simple boomerang, right? A simple boomerang. You remember those things we used to like throw it and it used to come back to you, right? Now, literally, the guy was throwing it, and I can just hear the racism as it was whizzing through the air, as it was coming back to him on a regular basis. And to the point, I said to myself, the more this guy's throwing it, the more I'm looking at him, that he's doing this on purpose, so we can actually tell the world where he lies and where he stands and where his loyalty is, right? Like I said, literally just throwing it, and you can hear it for yourself. That's all I'm saying. You can hear it for yourself. To the point, like I said, I want to address who I actually go back to foundations. Like I said, those who don't know, yes, I do the radio and I talk about serious subjects and I talk about relevant subjects, legend, but I'm a comedian and I will try to find the funny in regardless of whatever topic which I feel can bring some kind of light humor. Like I saw another image this week of a simple old man just on the street, minding his own business, with his bags, going about his everyday life. I don't know if he was going to bingo or not, but the guy simply was in the street, walking across the road, and he encountered some bikers, and they had their arm out to signal they were turning right or left. I can't tell, but you can probably tell. And literally, as they were going past him, right, and like I said, you know, when you're on the bike, they signal, right? They signal to let you know where they're turning right or left. But this brother seemed to have some kind of Elon Musk attack. And yeah, we found out where he was actually originally from, because the brother was a Nazi, ladies and gentlemen. He couldn't help himself. He was twitching. He was getting some kind of like flashback and to the 30s, and the brother just went straight Musk. That's what the brother did, right? So I thought to myself, you know what? I will find the funny in that somehow. I will find the positive out of that. But most importantly, I wanted to come here and tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that there's going to be a few changes on the platform that I haven't streamed for a little while on the platform, because I'm just trying to readjust a few things to make it better and easily watchable and listenable as well from audio point of view. And plus, money's tight, ladies and gentlemen. Cost of living, man. You got to allow me. You know what I mean? So I got to pay a bill before. You know it goes. You know it goes. But hopefully, very, very soon, I've been putting some teasers out on my social media, which will come up at the bottom very, very soon, of my website, where you can encounter, which hopefully I'll be putting these out every week at a specific time. and you can go to my website, and it won't be always live, but you could just go and watch them. Of a roundup of what's going on for the week. I used to do those, but like I said, I'm rejigging and rearranging a few things to make it more accessible for you, the viewer, and also the listener, because I can't take for granted that everybody can see. Because where my eyes are going right now, yeah, I might be joining that little queue in the Social Security for PIP for blindness. Yeah, and please remind me, I need to go to the opticians this week. I need to go there because it's getting bad. It's getting bad. I'm fighting it. And I'm literally fighting not to wear glasses, but do you know what? I'm going to be defeated. I'm going to be defeated like Man United was nearly yesterday. Nearly yesterday. But anyway, I'm going to be showing you some clips, and I'm going to be interacting with our guest today, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, for those who don't know who our guest is, I think this isn't the first time he's actually come to the UK, but he's based in LA. He's a comedian. So once I hear you're a comedian, you'll be doing your craft for the longest while. You're always going to be in my periphery, and we're always going to be that comedy family, so to speak. And he's come over this country for a reason, because I know, and everybody else who's going to see him knows, he's going to tear the place down 100%. So before I introduce you to him, let's play a little clip and give you a little sample of the brother I'm going to be speaking to in just a moment. Here he is, right? Here he is. It's coming up there. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. No, don't worry about it. This will be re-edited, but this is what live is all about, ladies and gentlemen. This is what live is all about. Yeah. Here he is. See you go. See, told you. Here he is.
I'm not making this shit up. Google it on your phone if you think I'm fucking lying. It's a spider big as a pit bull puppy. Did you hear the crowd go, oh? No, it's a spider this big. Ready? This big. This big. She's like, I don't like little spiders. Is that a big? No, it's this big, this far off the ground, right? I'm in my tent and my cover moved. I went, man, it is windy in the tent tonight. With my man voice, man, it is goddamn windy in the tent tonight. And I pull the cover back. Spider jumps up about 4 feet. Now, I don't know if you can tell, I'm a manly type motherfucker. I'm a stay thirsty, my friend, Shark Week, UFC manly motherfucker. When that spider jumped up, all the bitch in me came out. I was like, spider, 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 spider. Don't have to be beautiful. Spider, yeah. And then a little bit of pee came out my dick.
There you go. There you go, lady. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. There you go. Our very own guest who I'm going to bring on as he comes live. Welcome to the UK. Shank Forbes in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a.
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on? You had to watch. You had to play the one of me peeing on myself. You couldn't play no other clip, but you had to play that clip. All right, I'm giving you Denzel Washington fingers, man. I'm giving you all this Denzel right here.
But you know what? I'm going to tell you something, Shane. I was going through some of your gram, and I was looking at what can I play which is relatable, because I'm going to be real. There are certain animals that I've encountered where I haven't actually peed myself, but I could have gone there. And mine,
you could have. You
said. Yeah, I could have. But mine's but if you be the inner bitch in me, rats.
Then you wouldn't love New York. I'm from New York. I live in LA. I'm from New York, and the rats there will come up and drive. They drive taxis. So I don't know if you know that or not. But yeah, no, I mean, rats. I don't have a problem with rats because I've killed 2 of them. And after that, I was like, hey, you ain't gonna punk me ever again, rats. I punked them. Yeah.
Do you know what? So you're familiar with our UK Jeannie Asheray?
Yeah, very, very much so. Very much so.
Yeah, so Gina has got a story when she tells, and she was telling me this before on stage, that her car wasn't working and she had an issue with her car and she couldn't wonder why the car kept on cutting out. So she basically called a friend of hers who's a mechanic to come and look at the car, and when they opened the bonnet, there was rats living in there. It was
wow. Okay, that was pretty out. But one time I used to, when I was young, I had nunchucks. I don't know if nunchucks.
Nunchucks. Yeah.
And I was walking down the street, and the rat ran out, and I just reacted, and I smacked him with it, and he flipped over and fell down. And then I was like, well, and so after you kill a rat with nunchucks, ain't no other rats talking shit to you. Like, ain't no other rats can scare you, because the other rats call the other rats and go, hey, that mother, yeah, he'll kill you with nunchucks. So
I have seen the rats. I have seen the rats in New York. I've got family in New York, in Brentwood. I thought it was an armadillo, for real. I was like, they are big, and we got some rats. We got some rats in the part of the UK where you're going to be going on Sunday in Birmingham, because they haven't had a collection of their bins. Are you aware of that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they haven't had their bins collected in the parts of Birmingham for 6-7 weeks. So the rats are literally, it's like what's the Dave Chappelle used to have, the parties, the block party. It's like a block party.
Rats are having a block party. It's wild when you see the rats going to the window, to the wall. And so make sure, like, I'll be in Birmingham Sunday. I'll be there Sunday. So let's see how that is. I've been here before. I've done shows here before. I did a place called the Lewisham Theater.
Catford.
Yes. Yeah, and I did Hackney Empire.
Okay then.
And I've been to Piccadilly, the Comedy Store, and Junglers.
That's a long time ago. Yeah, Junglers is no more now.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a few guys that were trying to do. So you're a veteran in the UK. So let me ask.
I haven't been here in a while, so I'm gonna see if this stuff translates. But right now, I mean, I do a lot of shows internationally, so I'm just gonna do what I do. I mean, somebody gonna laugh, and y'all gonna pee too. There's gonna be at least 2 people pee on themselves. I don't know if the whole collective, but one of y'all, I'm gonna get one of y'all.
Is that a pause moment?
Yes. Yes. Pause. Pause. Hold on. Pause. That was a little extra. Nah, but I mean, I saw we got a cool lineup. I know one of the comics out of the lineup, but I'm gonna have fun, man. Bottom line is, I drove to the airport, said, it's not gonna be that long a flight. It was 900 years to get over here, man. That flight was long as shit. There was people getting sex changes, all kind of stuff. It was. By the time you left LA, the price of the flight you got changed about 4 times. Before I even got here. What do you mean I got to pay more? Yeah, man, it's the way it is. This is how we do it in London. But no, I the wild part about over here is the stuff, some of the slang, because I listen to a lot of British hip hop, but some of the slang I didn't know. Like, everybody knows Stormzy, so everybody knows Stormzy, and everybody knows Idris does his version of hip hop or whatever you want to call it. But
Hollywood hop.
Hollywood, yeah, it's pretty much, yeah. So I mean, bossy. I mean, so the bottom line is, I didn't know a lot of this stuff when I first came over here, so I didn't know knocking somebody up and waking them up, and I thought it meant y'all getting a lot of people pregnant. I didn't know a lot of stuff. So once I learned the slang, I was like, okay, I know what I'm doing. So
you might need to educate me, because I'm stuck in the. I stopped listening to hip hop religiously from 2010.
Are you serious?
There is. I'm so disappointed. I'm a grown man, so
yeah.
When you, and it sounds horrible saying it, but when you've grown up with electro, when you've grown up from the foundations and you're listening to the Roxanne Shantays and the UTFOs and the KRS Ones and what I mean, the Nazis, I mean that, and then you see it transcend on evolution to like 15 and Ja Rule and all that kind of stuff in DMX, and then you got like little Nas X, and then like.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That now it's like somebody named Booty Smack, and he ends up going platinum. Right now I grew up on
Rakim's, Public Enemies.
Yes.
Nas, you know what I'm saying? I grew up on that. Poor Righteous Teachers and things like that in New York. So in New York, it was a little different. But right now, I can't say a lot of hip hop artists are good. But I don't know how the British scene is compared. I've watched some of the people with the British scene. It's a little different. But I mean, so far, I mean, y'all are doing your thing. I mean, and the comics over here are funny. You just gotta, if you don't know what they're saying, I know what they're saying. And also I do a lot of Caribbean shows. I was born in Kingston. So
yeah, Jamaican, big up.
Yeah. So I know what was going on with that, but a lot of the Caribbean shows, there's a lot of Caribbean people here. So some of them yeah.
As we mentioned that Vybz Kartel sold at the Barclays Center.
Wow.
2 nights in I don't know rappers who've done that.
No, nobody. Well, no, Jay-Z.
Jay-Z done it.
Jay-Z's done it. Jay-Z's done it. But other than that, yeah, no, I don't think there's a lot of people. But I mean, over here, who was your biggest act?
Who's our biggest act over here?
Yeah. Now you don't listen to hip hop as much. I listen
I
to
don't.
I listen to Afrobeat. I listen to a lot of Afrobeat and
Afrobeat. My son had to tell me, I do not know an artist here in the UK. Voice in my head, which artist would you say would sell out the O2 Arena 2 nights in a row?
Right. What's British artists? And let's go British black artists.
So you're not even going light skin artists?
You're
not going like Central C.
Don't count. It don't count. No, it don't count. It got to be.
They're saying Stormzy would sell out 2 nights in a row.
He would sell out 2 nights in a row?
Yeah. I reckon, have you heard of Wiley?
Yes.
If Wiley gets allowed back into the scene, if he'd done a comeback tour show, right, he would sell out. He would probably sell out the O2 twice. There's a guy called Dave. I've just been told Dave. He's good. He's good. But like I said, the ones I listen to UK wise, there's a guy called Kano, but I don't think and you got Get. But I don't think those guys will sell out 2 nights in a row. But going back to the bar, how big is the Barclays Center?
20. It's huge. It's huge. I performed at where's the biggest place I performed was 15,000. And I've done 15,000 and not where I headline. I was just one of the comics on the show. Used to do a thing called Summer Jam in New York where they'd have a whole bunch of artists. They'd have like Method Man, Redman. It would be DMX, and they put comics. They used to put comedians between the rappers.
Oh, okay.
So I would do 50. I did 15 between. That was the biggest crowd. In Texas, I did a crowd that pretty much that big. But it's huge. And out here, though, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, no. It was. I never realized that New York had so much Jamaicans in it. That's why I knew there was Jamaicans there. But I'm telling you what, if ICE was to do some overtime, they would have made it. So,
and it'd have been a bunch of the Jamaicans. Get your hands up.
I want a black car. I want an ice.
Get off me, body boy. They wouldn't know. I'm telling you right now. Yeah, but so okay, I look in the feed. Kate Pearl says Dave is good. So Dave, in the feed it says Dave.
Oh yeah. Every now and again, voice in my head would put up some artists. So look, we're asking people in the feed as well. Let us know which animals. So you've got
rat. You said rat.
Right? We've got rat and we've got spiders. Are you really scared of spiders?
No, I'm not scared of spiders. I'm scared of spiders that's big as your hand. That's what I'll stomp a spider out, but I'm talking about these spiders look like they had driver's license. I'm talking about they were some big bitches. And so I'm talking about the spiders there are huge and they're fast and they scream. When they run after you, they scream like, yeah, I'm scared of that. I ain't gonna fight no alien. I don't. That's some shit right there. So for you to act like you wouldn't be scared of a spider, you lying, man.
No, no. Look, from it smaller than my ankles, then I'll step on you.
Right. Okay. Wow. You're like, that's thug. You just said I'll step on you. Yeah. Flat out.
If it comes up to my ankles, I'm gonna fancy my chances. I don't care if it's poisonous. I'm gonna like snakes. I'll probably lie there. But I did when I was in New York. And I stayed by some families in Rochester. I did see raccoons.
Raccoons are big.
Yeah, I was shocked. They're like they're like vermin. They go into people's bins and hide in the house.
They have hands, so they can open your car. They can open your door.
Yeah.
They open your door. You come in. They got the remote. They watching TV. I mean, they're big.
Yeah. All right. So look. This section, Extra Time Friday. The aim is I cover stories what happens in the week, and I get a guest on from time to time, and we go back and forth. Right. So one of the stories which came out. So are you aware that Michelle Obama and her sister, I mean her brother,
you already started some shit right there.
When she introduced, I ain't gonna lie to you, but I'm being real, man. When she introduced, hey, my name's Michelle Obama. I know who you are, yeah, and this is my brother. I said, whoa, wait, who's that? All right, so anyway, Michelle Obama and her brother have I'm gonna edit that out anyway. They've got a podcast, and the podcast they get people to come on and speak about various things. And this week they had voice in my head. Can you get that clip ready first, please, if you can? So this week they had Tracee Ellis Ross. She is on my bucket list. Yeah, she is. I've had a soft spot for her. It don't stay soft for long, but I've had a soft spot for her for a little while now. And she said something which it didn't put me off her, but it irked me. So I want you to listen to this, and then you let me know what your feelings are about her attitude towards men her age. All right, let's play the clip.
This, that often I date younger men, and a lot of it is because.
Let's stop on that, folks.
Oh my God, we had a great dinner. We had a great dinner, by the way. We're across the table. Your husband goes, but why? And I said, well, maybe because I can.
Yes, Harish. This is what I'm saying. Tales from Tracee's.
It's fun. It's fun to share.
Tracy tale.
But
I'm sorry.
But one of the reasons, though, that because I had to ask myself that question, I was like, what is this about?
Yeah.
Because I want a partner, and so often, and it's not just that I'm older. I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous?
There's that.
But a lot of men my age are steeped in a toxic masculinity and have been raised in a culture where there is a particular way that a relationship looks. And anything that starts to smell of that for me, I did enough of it where I was controlled and felt like I was a possession or whatever those things were, or prize and I have no interest in it, and I will not do it again.
That's enough of that. All right.
Wow. Toxic. Yeah,
that is the trigger word for deleting masculinity around the world in various aspects.
That and narcissist,
yeah,
and toxic. And I think it's just she don't know how to deal with a man that the word that says the word "shut the fuck up." Shut the fuck up. I mean, it's time. There's times where you should just shut the fuck up. And I think she can't deal with that. And I know somebody that used to date her. I know a comic that knock her down, used to knock her down heavy. Yeah. I don't want to say his name. I should say his name.
No, don't say his name, because I'll be if I know of him, I'll be upset. It's hard enough for me dealing with the fact that she used to I can't even say. I wish it was a relationship. Nas used to go there.
Yeah. What?
Nas.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's when I hear women say that, it's not me being like one of the red pill men. It's just that, what do you mean? You can't deal with somebody that actually has an opinion like you have an opinion, and actually accountability is something that they actually can deal with.
And what got me was the fact of she dates younger men. So is she saying that she wants younger men because she can manipulate them even more?
Yes, absolutely. Oh, wow. Yeah, absolutely. But I heard she got some. I heard she's got some stupendous Grammy Award-winning Nana. I heard it. So that might be something she can. You can control a dude when you got that fire, but other than that, yeah.
She strikes me as a woman that falls in love quick, and I'm really generalizing here, but she strikes me as a woman who can, like, she will fall in love quick. So, and she's aware, and she's like aware of that. If she gets a good dick down, she's aware of it.
She's aware of it. Like I'm
falling for you.
This dude is a cocksmith. I need to yeah. She likes to slide down the pole, is what I'm saying. So once she gets somebody that is like a beast, I think that she would just fall over, and she knows it. I think she knows it.
I wished in an interview, Misha asked her when she says she dates younger men, what's the younger?
Yeah.
What's the age limit?
Yeah.
52?
Yeah. What does she walk around with candy in her pockets? Like you coming off a little R. Kelly-ish, a little creepy. Like I like them young. I like them if their breath smell like titty milk. What are you saying?
Hey baby, do you want an alibi? I just yeah. So yeah, I've got but yeah, I still like her.
But you said she's on your bucket list though.
Yes, she still will be on my bucket list.
All right, so you have a list of people that you.
Yeah, do you know in old England they used to have a town crier, and the town crier used to come into the middle of the town. He used to have a long piece of paper, and he's like, and he used to roll out, hey, hey.
Hear ye. This
is my bucket list. Slide them.
I have a Gucci calendar. I would say I have 3 for sure. I don't know her name right now. It's escaping me. She was the lead love interest in Black Panther. She's number 1.
Lead love interest.
She was Black Panther's love interest
in the first one.
First one.
I was going to be the second one. I mean, what the dark skinned lady?
Yes.
Oh, she's British. Her name's. Come on, in the group.
In the group.
She ain't the lady who says, "What are those?" That ain't her. No, that ain't her.
That's not her. No.
She was a spy. She was
the spy in it. She would be number 1, for sure.
Yeah, she fights Killmonger at the end. Voice in my head. Who's the character, man? Voice, because me must like we like Marvel freaks. So yeah, that's
you a Marvel fan? Are you a Marvel fan?
Yeah, but I like Marvel or DC, but Marvel do the better movies.
Get out of here! No, they don't.
Yeah, have you seen the last Justice Leagues?
Wait, you didn't like Justice League?
No, it was terrible.
No, you're talking about the Snyder cut Justice League. You didn't like?
There was too much. It needed stretching out, like the Infinity War and the Endgame. They stretched it out. They made the stories like more relatable. Justice League, it's like it was 3 hours. It didn't need to be 3 hours. It just literally, the characters in Justice League are so big. I don't think it transfers to movies. I think it's more for animation. If they made an animation, because the Justice League DC animation On point.
On point. But wait, one, Man of Steel was the shit. You tripping? Man of Steel was.
Man of Steel's good. Batman
okay,
and Superman.
That's DC.
Yeah, it was good. But again, I feel that they rushed it a bit with the storylines. I've seen better versions of the animation of Batman.
Oh, the animation, no, the animation is the shit. Don't get me wrong. Me and my son watch the animation of DC more sometimes than movies. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I dug Man of Steel, and I thought that I liked Dark Knight, all the Dark Knights.
Oh yeah. There's no right. Nikita, her name is
Lupita. Yes.
Yeah. So you like? So that's it. That's on your bucket list.
She could get it. She could get it on the back of a sea turtle.
Thank you, Phil. Yeah, she's British.
Yeah, well, she could get it all day, all night. I'd say her. I still like. She was the queen. Damn, she was in the movie too. She was T'Challa's mother. Angela
Bassett.
Absolutely could get it.
You like women that you don't know their names. Like you're. But you
knew who I was talking about, though. I don't know.
Angela Bassett.
No, I know Angela Bassett for sure. Lupita. It escaped me because I'm 10 and a half hour flight. I'm a little. It's not. Phil is saying Nakia. It's not Nikita.
Nikita. It doesn't
Lupita.
That's her real name.
That's her real name. Yeah. And I don't have any. Do I have any high yellows? I don't have any high yellows.
No.
None.
All right. So you've named two. I'm going to give you just two random ones here. So obviously one of them is Tracy Ellis Ross. Fantasia.
Okay. I'm gonna give you that. That's a very good choice for a bucket list, Quincy. Very good.
Fantasia.
But
and it ain't just there to smash. It's like I want to take care of these women.
Yeah, not just smash. It would be. I would definitely nurture them.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I would definitely nurture. I would nurture them. I would take them on trips. But we would smash on trips. Don't get it twisted. They're
the kind of women that I would like. If my male friends talk to them longer than 10 minutes, I'll be like, yeah, well, go on.
But that's you just go.
Yeah, we got that conversation there.
Little too much going on. Your friend's really nice. Hey man, friend about to die. That's what's gonna happen.
You're gonna ruin this relationship, girl.
Stop
talking to the man there. So listen, I want to ask you before we play our next clip. I want to ask you, right? So obviously you're here for a couple of days. Real deal. You're in London tomorrow, and you're in Birmingham on Sunday.
On Sunday, and if you inbox me in my Instagram, anybody inbox me in the Instagram, I'll get you tickets if you want to come to the show. If you got to inbox me at Comedian Shang on IG, and then I'll if you're in London or Birmingham. Yeah,
definitely. Right. So my London crew, if you want to visit the show in London, West End, in the heart of the West End, I'm actually performing that day, so you probably see me after. I probably come down to the.
Oh, okay.
After, and come and see you. So look, I just want to not take it too much serious, but I just want to address the realities of the world we are living in. So the current climate right now in America, what is it like?
It's horrible. Right now, the level of racism, erasing a lot of Black accomplishments. It's horrible, but comedy wise, it's a gold mine because I'm going straight in their face. And I'm punching them right in their mouth. And some clubs won't book me because of that. But I'm in with some of the bigger clubs, so I'm blessed that I can still work. But yeah, man, right now, man, we acting like, I mean, it's like crackheads that found a wiener on the street. They tripping,
It is pretty deep as well. And as a comedian, we address social issues, but even that we're finding that comedian voices are really being suppressed. and
Very
not,
much so.
not
Right.
getting the opportunity. And that shows the world that more people are listening and value a comedian's voice than an actual politician's voice. That's a worry.
That's a worry. And right now, Bill Burr, he was talking shit about Elon Musk, and now all these people are trying to go
Cancel.
after him. Yeah, they're trying to go after him heavy. They're going after him heavy. I don't like Bill Maher. Bill Maher gets on my nerves now. He makes my ass itch. That's how irritating he is. And him sitting down and having, dinner with Trump made me just like, yo, man, if I saw you on the street, man, I would serve you a ham sandwich.
Because my thing, because I like his show Bill Maher all the time, but my thing is like, if you're gonna go there every week and literally cuss off this man, no one's saying that you can't have a conversation, but he came back after the lunch, and he was literally, well, he's a nice guy.
Yeah,
and that's it for me. If I go there, you're going to hear in the stories Quincy had to leave, like Zelensky. There's going to be a situation where you're going to say Quincy left the building early, or Quincy was thrown out because he was looking at my man sideways. But I do understand what you're saying about Bill Maher and other people.
Bill Maher came out of that lunch with little Cheeto like dust on from kissing his ass so much. I didn't like that. So right now in America, I think that they're losing track. Democracy is about to be a wrap, and the dictatorship's in full effect. For Black folks, who's my main concern right now, honestly, for Black folks, I think that we need to understand that they ain't rocking with us. It's on some Kendrick Lamar. They ain't like us, but they don't like us, and we have to understand that, because when you're erasing history, when you're purposely trying to overturn things that help Black people get ahead, you got a problem with me. So right now it's bad. It's bad. And I just want to say to everybody in the UK, I apologize for these bitches. I apologize for the way they're acting.
You don't need to apologize, because we've got the similar people over here. Yeah, I mean.
Oh yeah. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Yeah. So yeah, there's do you know that there was the Karen lady, Marjorie Green.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, yeah.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, when she had a go at one of the British reporters, and she was having a go at the British politicians. And I'm like, well, you're not going to get no kickback from me, yeah, because this is one time I will agree with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I know. Yeah, when she's first Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's like an albino mountain gorilla. I mean, I've seen her in person. She got a neck like a dude, like she looks like she give major jaw, and she I agree with her, but I think that even your worst is not as bad as our worst. So I give y'all a pass to a point.
Well, we had Boris Johnson, so yeah, let's leave it there for now. So
yeah, you did. Wait a minute, I take it back. Fuck that. Yeah. I take it back.
Yeah. He was
Boris.
So. Yeah, but he was born in America. So he was born
no, he wasn't.
He was born in America. He was born in the USA.
Are you serious? Oh man.
He was a Springsteen. So look, I want to move on to another story which happened this week. So while in America and here in England, because when the saying is when America gets a cold, you know what I mean, we catch it after. Yeah. So it's brewing over here as well, because we're dealing with immigrants. It seems to be the bigger problem. So while this is going on, immigrants, the trade wars, transgenders, and all kind of things they are trying to distract us all to look at and to comment on. Jeff Bezos decided, voice in my head, could you play the clip of the dick in the sky, which I call it, the dick in the sky, which like a typical dick, it only lasted for
a short while.
Yeah, it hit the orbit and then it's like Even came there. But
Get off of
there's-
me. Get off of me
yeah.
now. Yeah.
But so voice in my head, when you get opportunities, what I want to ask you while the clip's getting ready, what I want to ask you, did you get a chance to see the reaction from the 6 women who were in that Dick in the Sky?
The disappointment, the ravish disappointment of it. I did see it, and I just thought, well, that's how it happens. That's what happens.
And it seems kind of weird because Gail has been getting the most flack. Katy Perry's got a bit, but Gail has been getting the most backlash of the journey.
Well, she's the biggest star. So
here it is. This is Gail after the actual. Just listen to what she says about her experience and stuff like that.
Here.
Oh, you're going to say you can't?
I can't believe
I'm
all of
alive.
that.
Allison, you feel me. All my
You're
body
here.
parts. All
I caught up with newly minted astronaut Gail King.
Lift off.
Fresh from her out of this world mission to the edge of space.
It was surreal for me, but I feel so proud that I did it because I would have never thought that I could pull this off, to be honest with you.
Well, it's pretty incredible, especially considering I understand that you're a bit of a nervous flyer.
I'm a very nervous.
I
flyer.
am too. And you could see the fear on your face
how
as
vexed
you rang that bell.
I do regret that I didn't smile a teeny tiny bit. I wasn't aware that's how my face looked.
What did it feel like when that rocket is launching into space?
Fortunately, they told us that, listen, when it first lifts off, you're going to see the flames. We're going to see the flames. Yes, you're going to see the flames, and the capsule is going to turn bright orange. Don't be alarmed. I go, that's normal to see flames, and the capsule turns bright orange. Yes. And then at some point in the flight, it gets very, very, very quiet and still. And that's when you just sort of look around and you see the planet and the dark sky and the neon blue line, and you feel, wow, we came from there. Wow.
Oh, the moon. You guys, I will have to tell you, look at the moon. Flynn, I gotcha.
I always held on to something because I didn't want to involuntarily turn upside down. I was worried about the blood rushing to my head.
When the all-women crew, including pop star Katy Perry and Jeff Bezos' fiance Lauren Sanchez, returned to Earth, they were greeted with great fanfare, but they also faced some criticism on social media, including from supermodel Emily Ratajkowski.
Think about how many resources went into putting these women into space. For what? I'm disgusted. Literally, I'm disgusted.
I was one of those people. Wow, why are you spending all that money? Then you educate yourself and you see what is happening and you see the benefits. Do you use GPS? Do you use satellite? That's all because of space research and in some cases space travel. But the bigger thing is what it's doing to young girls and young women. Men have come up to me. They said the fact that you did that makes me think maybe I could do that too.
Taking up space!
Yeah, that's enough of that BS.
yeah, I need to cut that off, man. It was a waste of money. What are you talking about? It was a waste of money. It was a PR stunt. And Katy Perry, I mean, it was like you paid that much for a minimal dick ride. That's what
And the fact of there was so much like little discrepancies in that. She says that. What did Gail say? Oh, there were men who have come up to her and said, "Well, if you've done it, I can do it." And she didn't actually read between the lines. Well, if a black woman can do it up there and not get upset. She was the only one in that ship. Actually, her hair didn't move.
Everybody else in there was
moving. And actually, she done some sprit spray in that particular journey.
Well, she said she didn't want to. She said that she wasn't happy with it. She's a nervous flyer. She didn't want to go.
And yeah, right. Yeah, that probably explained why her face, when she rang that bell, her face was vexed because she probably drew. I reckon that was for Oprah, but that's why her face was like that. If you're a nervous flyer, going in a spaceship is not going to help.
It's not going to assist you with it. Would you have done it?
No.
Not at all.
No, there is no reason. Like I said, why would you go unless you're looking for Thanos? Yeah. There is no reason why your ass should be up there. Because if anything went wrong, because I've seen the film with Sandra Bullock when she gets lost in space, and she was up there for God. And what was it? The other one with Matt Damon when he went to Mars.
Yeah.
Mars, yeah. And that was 2 hours. So they was there for 13 minutes. If anything goes wrong, it ain't like you can call your brethren to come and get you.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Quincy? Man, look, man, I'm stuck. Where? In space. And all I'd hear from Quincy is, "Good luck, bruv." Good luck.
No, you would not. As a true black person, I'm not Jamaican heritage. I'm from Barbados. I'd be like, but the Jamaican would have come out via my children. I'll send you up there. I'll send you up, because if you told us from earlier, oh, I'm going to space tomorrow, some people would have said, real people would have said to you, "What are you doing up there? Like, who you going to visit?
Who you going to see?
Yeah, what's up there for you? Well, you can't Google Earth. That's what Chat GTP is for."
I wouldn't. Yeah, there's no. I don't. I'm a nervous flyer, but I mean, the flight here was actually really good. I'm not gonna act like it wasn't, but
how long is the flight?
Huh?
How long is the flight from LA to here?
10 and a half hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 10 and a half hours. So, and then I'm going back to New York after this, so that's gonna be 6 hours. I gotta go. I'm going back home for a minute and do about 6 shows, and then I go to Cleveland and then back home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you do chocolate sundaes?
Yes.
LA?
I just booked it for June, because I get back off the road from Atlantic City in June. It's awesome. It's one of the best nights ever.
So you got Ron G hosts that.
Yeah.
And how is Takara Williams?
She's a killer. She's a killer. She's a killer on stage. She cool as hell. I've worked with her a lot of times.
Tell her she's on the bucket list as well, yeah?
Well, I don't know if because I'm high yellow, but I like chocolate girl. I like thick, dark-skinned women. From when I was young, I've always liked the chocolate thickies. But
Lupita's not like a thickie. She's
not wrong. She's an exception because there's something about her. I don't know. I rock with her, but most of them I like chocolate thickies. You know,
can't be a fluffy man. Like a bit fluffy.
You can't be a fluffy man.
You can't be. That's a lot. It can't be a bit of meat, mate. It's a bit something solid. You know what I mean? Something sumo wrestlish.
No, see, you took it there. I didn't say sumo wrestling. I ain't talking about. I didn't say side of beef. I said thick. No,
I like the kind of girls, man. I mean, before you go there, man, you're throwing salt.
I don't want to have to take some powder and go.
Yeah.
So I like them thick, but not too thick. See, you made it something different, Quincy. You made it like
that's my foreplay. That's my foreplay. Get a little powder.
And just throw it up in the air. Nah, I mean, come on, you've seen some thick girls that you said, I'm gonna make an exception.
I prefer a thick girl. I don't do skinny girls.
Okay.
I like a thick gal.
Wow.
Thick strong.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Thick strong. That's what it is. So yeah, tell us I said hello. Right, listen, let's move on. Yeah, before I get myself trouble on this thing here.
you already. It's too late, Quincy.
Yeah,
it's too late.
Listen, those who are there, they know what I'm about. They know what I'm about. I'm all fun and love. I will take care of all of them. That's when I will find my inner Muslim, my inner Islam. I will find you. I will find my inner Neo.
Wow. Wow. All right.
Yeah, but you can't date no one. Look, before we wrap up, I want to ask you another question. Voice in my head, could you get this clip ready? So I want, if it's possible, he can see this. There's 2 clips I want to possibly get you, play to you. The first clip is obviously with all the tension and madness going on around the world. Do you drink?
No, I don't drink.
Don't drink. Is that for any particular reason, or you just?
Last time I drank, I had a kid, and
wow.
wow, yeah, no, I literally one night stand, yeah, I end up, and I've only drank one time, so that was the one time I drank, and the one time I drank, I ended up with a kid, and I said, yeah, apparently, drinking makes me want to fuck everybody, so no, I'm not gonna do that again.
What drink did you drink? What made you become a father?
It was Hennessy and another thing called a brain hemorrhage, which is a mix of vodka, Bacardi, schnapps. It's like a mix of everything, and it's called a brain hemorrhage, and it's a shot about that big. And a bunch of comics, I was going to visit LA, and a bunch of comics like, hey man, quit acting like a bitch. Try one drink. And I tried one drink, and then it led to 7 drinks, and then it led to my son Cameron. So
well, big up Cameron regardless, regardless how you come in the world.
Oh yeah, I'm glad I got him, but damn.
All right. How would you feel about drinking this drink here?
What
here it comes. All right, easy. Wait for it.
12야, 그 19세 그 19급. 너무 좋아하는데?
Yeah, like nah.
That's what you call a Japanese cocktail, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, she's a little freaky little Japanese lady. God damn. And the men were kind of like Batis because all of them were like, ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at the way she kissed the bottom.
Yeah, they reacted a bit.
They acted a little swishy. I call them that a little bit Bati fish. Bati squishy. Yeah, that was a lot. Like, even if you poured a drink, I seen a dude pour a drink in another dude's mouth, and that's too much. Like, who does that? And I don't mean if you gay in anybody listening, if you gay,
you know who does that? Geezers. Is over here in the UK, they're called geezers. They will pour drinks, shots, or down each other's throat. Premiership.
Right. If they do this while they're doing it, I gotta like. I gotta fight you.
Yeah, why for that? Why, yeah, as they would say, why for that? That's pause. I mean, if they do that, but nah, I'm not about that. Lastly, all right, so you don't drink. Last question then. Voice in my head if you get a chance to play it, but if you don't worry about it, I'll explain it. Have you got dogs?
No.
Or dog? Are you a dog lover? Do you like dogs?
No.
You don't like dogs. Okay then. So if you were out in the park just chilling, and you saw 2 dogs having a fight, and the 2 owners were trying to break up this fight between the dogs, would you know how to? It was your friend's dog. Your friend's dog's getting attacked. Would you know how to stop the aggressor from attacking your friend's dog?
I've seen a video about it, and I know how to. I just wouldn't. I know that, but you know what? If it was 2 dudes fighting, and and then you just decided, you gonna play the video?
Yeah, if you get a chance to before we wrap up, but so basically, ladies and gentlemen, I've heard of this, but I've never seen it until I saw it this week. Yeah, and literally, I think it was in somewhere in Europe. So it was 2 dogs having a fight. The owner of one of the dogs was a small little dog, and the other one was a German Shepherd, an Alsatian dog. Which I found out. I think Alsatian is a derogatory term for dogs, for that particular breed. And what happened? is they tried to throw water onto the dog, but obviously, if you are familiar with dogs, the dog literally was locked in already, so water weren't helping it. So a random dude just came out of nowhere and just finger blasted the aggressive.
Finger blasted the ass of the dog over and over again. And by the third time, I felt like he should have bought the dog a drink. I mean,
yeah, that's right, because he didn't do it the once. It was like 3 times.
Yeah,
3 times. It's like he done it the first time, and then it wasn't working because the dog was still in aggression. So he stopped, went back, and chose the finger. He said, "No, I need to twos up for this dog." So I need to twos up, and then
I need to piece him out real quick.
Yeah. And then he went straight number 3, and even then, I think the dog was like, "Nah, I'm violated. Nah, you literally violated me."
The dog literally had to put out a statement about the fact that he was violated. I just felt like when I first saw him do it, and I knew about that, I'm like, even if that was my dog that I loved, I'm like, hey man, good luck. And what you do with your finger after you didn't finger blasted a German Shepherd in the ass? What do you do? What's next?
And you were just casually just on the way home, stop off at Subway and order a sandwich.
You have to get your hand. You have to get your hand cut off. I'm sorry. That was I didn't know. But see, again, you wouldn't see nobody black do that.
There you go. That me, I would have seen that. That's my friend's dog. I would have. That's pretty God's will right there, my player.
Yeah.
But we can buy another dog, but I ain't doing that. Because you're being American, you've heard of the terminologies of if you're in the woods and a bear attacks you, you're supposed to keep still.
Yeah.
They saying you're in a shark. If you're in the water and a shark attacks you, punch it in his nose.
Yeah, all that's bullshit.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bullshit.
If I see a grizzly, you're gonna have to work for this ass. You're gonna have to climb a tree. You're gonna have to chase my ass. I'm not gonna lay there and just make you like I'm not a Negro buffet. You ain't gonna just eat me.
Yeah. You're gonna have to fight for it.
Listen, water with sharks, sharks, all that shit. I see people like to swim in the ocean and all that shit. You know, fuck all that. I don't do none of that.
Yeah, I'm in the sea, knee high. That's it.
And then if the shark come that far, then he's still gonna have to chase me.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. I'm not doing that shit.
And then I will take it personal if the shark gets out of the sea and runs after you. That's when it's personal.
Now that's when it's personal, and that's when you got to click clacking. I'm sorry. You got but a shark like on water. Now that's different. Then you could throw hands. Because they don't have good balance.
Hands and fins. You can throw hands and fins.
Yes. I can't believe
there you go. And they can't really move the shoulders and neck. They can't really proper move.
Yeah, you got to be able to just pop, pop, pop. But of all the topics, you found a topic about finger blasting a German Shepherd. Wait a minute. I'm in London on with Quincy talk about dog rape. That's what it is. That's dog rape. It is like that dog's lawsuit. I'm telling you right now, I don't know that dude, but I would lawsuit him, man. Like, why you rape? Why did you do that to me? Can you say that?
You know what? Do you know what? I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna end it on this. Yeah, just gonna say that after that dog got in that finger blasting, that dog's new name is called Bieber. it's cool.
You notice the German Shepherd's acting a little different. So why didn't he call me? He didn't even call me. Crazy. He could have called me.
I could have given me some baby oil.
Exactly. We had a moment. He's so Diddy. That was so Diddy of him.
So Diddy. Diddy the dog. Right. So look, Shang, tomorrow you are in London, Neon. Tomorrow you want to go and see my guy do his thing on stage inbox him at comedian Shang, inbox him. And then you could get some free tickets. And if you're in the Birmingham area as well, this post will be up for at least 24, 48 hours, so you can rewatch it, and then you can go and inbox him as well to go and see him in Birmingham. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, man.
I was going to say it's been a blast, but after the last...
Yeah, after finger blasting, you ain't supposed to say that. You can't. It's been a pleasure. Because you can't even say it's been a pleasure, because then it makes it even more.
Yeah. Pause. Yeah.
Right there.
Now, I really appreciated the conversation and the little chit chat we've had.
Yeah,
covering the stories.
And I'll tell you right now, man, you flow well. A lot of time I've done stuff like this and it don't flow, and you flow, man. And a lot of times you got to give props to people who flow, and you got mad flow.
I appreciate that, my friends. Listen, I'll be in touch over the weekend, and like I said, you see me at some point, my friend. So yeah, you take it easy. Have a good night's sleep.
I'm definitely going to. I'm gonna watch John Wick, and then I'm going. Which, by the way, I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Have I seen that movie? Are you black?
I don't know.
Seen that movie 4 or 5 times.
I've seen it. My son sent me the link. I haven't seen the second one, so
that is. Oh, you haven't seen the second one. Let me tell you something. My last son, actually turned me onto it. Normally, when he asks me stuff about, Dad, you got to see the highlighting. But when I watched it, I was like, oh, what? Listen. Yeah, big movie.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do before I go to sleep. But no, thank you, everybody. If you get a chance, come down to Neon. And anybody else, come to Birmingham. I'm gonna be at Rosie's. Tell your friends to come out to the show. I'm doing well in the States, but I want to see how much you embrace the shit I'm bringing, and you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. I'm gonna bring it.
No, man, I know you're going to bring it, man. We're going to stay in contact, you know what I mean? Because there's some good news ahead for myself as well. So when you come back to the UK, you've got multiple options of doing your thing, all right?
No doubt, no doubt.
You can bring Takara with you when you come, all right? Take it easy.
Man.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of Extra Time Friday as we bid goodbye to Mr. Shang Forbes, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to say, I am going to be in Raleigh, Kent tomorrow, going to be in Cardiff on Sunday, and then I'm back with the Monday edition of the radio program. Please subscribe to the channel, YouTube channel, Quincy's Comedy Lounge TV. Like I said, there's going to be some adjustments which are going to be changing on the platform. Subscribe to the website, which is quincy'scomedylounge.co.uk, quincy'scomedylounge.co.uk. And if you don't know me already, if you haven't listened to my shows before, especially about financial awareness, I'm all about ownership. And like I said, a lot of my stuff moving forward, once the infrastructure is put into place, will be going via my website. So you'll only be able to watch it via my website. So there is no fear of things being taken down or suppressed and so forth, right? And lastly, get your tickets nice and early for the 30th of May. Bring in that Funny Fridays. Coco Pure, ladies and gentlemen. Our headline comedian for May is going to be Mr. Richard Blackwood. It's the last Friday of every month thereafter. So end of May, end of June, where we've got Young Kings of Comedy with Junior Booker, Uncle Ed. And in the end of July, which is the 25th, we've got Rated 18, ladies and gentlemen. Rated 18. Kane Brown, Christopher Savage meets yours truly, Cockney Prince Quincy. And what we're doing here, we're going to be doing at the Coco Cure, 27 The Broadway, Stratford, London, E15 4BQ. All you got to do is go to Eventbrite and get those tickets at $19.99, and that is involved with a free after party as well. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, God bless, and I'll see you soon.